There are a good amount of people taking part, but the noise you're hearing right now is just our media colleagues like me just kind of flapping our lips at the moment. But still, an interesting conference going on right down the hall. A number of American politicians speaking. Lindsey Graham up on the dais right now. John Fetterman, the senator from Pennsylvania, took the stage a few moments ago to express his dismay, essentially, at the hesitancy of many in the Democratic Party to fully back Israel during the context of this war and to battle back against anti-Semitism. We also heard from the soon-to-be State Department ambassador and envoy to combat anti-Semitism, Yehuda Kaplan. His cloture vote in the Senate is coming up today, which means his final confirmation vote to finally get into office in the State Department should be just a few days away. But on the Israeli side, Foreign Minister Gideon Saar spoke. He had just a little bit of time because he had to head over to the State Department to meet with Secretary of State Marco Rubio. But the main takeaway from Minister Saar this morning was that the agreement with Syria going in the wrong direction. Talks with Syria about an agreement to possibly mend ties or at least to expand a ceasefire. He said it's going in the wrong direction the last couple of weeks and kind of portending bad things to come possibly on the Israel-Syria front. Meanwhile, Amir Ohana, the Speaker of the Knesset, also addressed the conference today and spoke with us afterward. Now, he told the conference a little bit about his vision of America first. You got to understand the context in all this is that many America firsters are now turning against Israel, saying America is concentrating too much on Israel. Well, Ohana said his vision of America first is essentially that it needs to be explained that America is getting the good things that Israel is developing on the intelligence front, on the military front, and that is his vision of America first. I asked him on the way out, as he was walking very fast, how that can be translated to young Americans who are losing faith in the American-Israel relationship. Here's Speaker Amir Ohana.
Well, it is about values. It is about shared values, the Judeo-Christian values that we share, the values of freedom and democracy and liberty, which Israel represents in our region. But it is also a matter of interest. And this is what I was talking about. Many in the world would want access to Israeli know-how, technologies, intelligence, but America gets it first. And this is the nature of our alliance. For the 3.8 billion America pays annually to Israel, it gets a return of estimated of 45 billion, which I think is a very good investment. And there are many other interests that we share. So it's values and interests, hearts and minds.
One other thing to note from this conference so far, Senator Bernie Moreno from Ohio a few days ago released a bill that would prohibit dual citizenship, which of course would affect Israeli Americans like myself. Now, he was asked about that explicitly at the conference this morning and said it would only apply to new American citizens when they take the oath of allegiance. But I just gave a second look at his bill. It's not what it says at all. It would apply to all dual citizens. So we'll follow up with Senator Moreno on what could be a very, a very timely issue for Israeli Americans in dealing with a potential thwarting of their dual citizenship. I don't think it'll pass in the end in the Senate or House, but obviously there's at least a movement within his office to try to make Americans force them essentially to choose one citizenship over another.